Hello friends, today in this lecture we'll be discussing about the topic called as the Champys lines or the Champys ideal lines of osteosynthesis under the topic of mandible fracture. So we'll be studying this under the heading of the definition, application, rational and the ideal lines. Okay. So coming to the definition, what we have is so these are the ideal lines along with which the fixation with many plates. They should be done with they should be done in mandible fracture. Now, how these mini plates should be? They should be kind of semi-rigid, and they should be mini cortical plates. Okay, monocortical plates, semi-rigid and monocortical plates. Now, coming to the application. So these Champys lines are those lines which are applicable only in the mandibular fracture cases. So which kind of mandibular fracture cases? Which fractures occurring in the symphysis region, which are occurring between the two central incisors of the mandible. This is called a symphysis fracture. And second one, what we have is a parasymphysis fracture. So these parasymphysis fractures are those fractures which are occurring between the canines. Okay, so suppose this is the canine what we have. So between those one canine to other canine, the fracture lines have been running out. So we are going to fix the mini plates and we are going to tight them. Okay, so this is the procedure what we do. And fracture occurring in the body and the angle of the mandible. And we must note here that we are not going to put any sort of the mini plates to the fractures which have been occurring in the ramus of the mandible or even the condyle or coronal process. Okay, we are going to follow something called as Cabon's protocol over right there. But here what we do is that we are going to apply only the mini plates in only 4 fracture cases which are here. Okay, so coming to the rational, when mandible in function, okay, there are 3 amount of the forces which have been acting through them. So what kind of those forces acting in them? First thing what we have is the tension forces, and second thing we have is the compressional forces and torsional forces. Okay, so coming to the tension and the torsional forces, so these are the harmful fractures or the injurious fractures, along which these are the only 2 injurious fractures. So if these 2 fractures have been coming in account, we must take care of the mandible, fix them apart and fix the occlusion, and then we are going to have fix the mini plates. Now these tensional forces are those forces occurring or acting over at the alveolar process. Torsional forces, they occur only at the anterior border of the mandible through the symphysis or the parasymphysis region. Compressional forces are those one which occur at the lower border of the mandible. Alright. Now symphysis fracture or the parasymphysis fractures. Now there are only 2 mini fixation. Okay, mini plate fixation here, not 1 but 2. Okay, so this is the 2 mandible central incisor. If the fracture line is been occurring between these 2 line, so these are called as the symphysis fracture, and those fracture which are occurring between the 2 premolars or any 2 canines, so they are called as the parasymphysis fractures. Now here we are going to fix 2 mini plate fixation. So they are the subapical and the lower border. Lower border is here. This is the lower border fixation, and subapical is below the roots of the teeth. So they are subapical fracture. And one more thing to keep here in mind is there should be 4 to 5 mm of the gap between the 2 plates. We need to take care of, like, why we have to fix only 2 mini plate fixation here is that because these are the 2 injurious forces which have been occurring here. Okay, threatening forces or the harmful forces which have been occurring here. We have to fix the mandible. We have to take in account that the mandible has been come to the original position, and then we have to fix the screws or the plates, mini plates. Okay, this is about the symphysis or the parasymphysis fractures. Now coming to the fracturing occurring over at the mandible body of the mandible. So here we fix only 1 mini plates in the subapical area. So how in the subapical area? Suppose what we have is this inferior alveolar which is running from the right side to the left side, the black color line which has been here in the middle line. Now we are going to fix the mini plates above the inferior alveolar canal but below the roots of the teeth. Okay, so right over something here. Okay, in this area we are going to fix this thing, mini plate. Now the third third fracture, what we have is the angle. Okay, in this also the same thing, one mini plate will fix here, but we are going to fix it at two areas. Okay, either along the external oblique ridge, EOR means external oblique ridge. Okay, if we are going to extend this, this will be present last, that is the third molar. Opposite to ending of the third molar, we have something like a ridge right over here. Now this thing is called as the external oblique ridge, or over the lateral surface area, or the area which is been extending along the line of the inferior nerve. So this is called as the lateral surface area, and this is called external oblique ridge. Okay, along this two, either of these two, we are going to fix the mini plates, that is the angle of the mandible, right? Angle fracture. So in this lecture, what we have studied is the Champys ideal lines of osteosynthesis, which has been the topic of the mandible fracture. We studied under the heading of the definition, application, rational and its ideal lines, how there are only two injurious forces which comes into account here, tensile forces and the torsional forces. So we are going to fix mini plates which are usually semi-rigid and monocortical plates. Now these two forces are usually injurious forces or the harmful forces which are life-threatening. So if these two forces have been acting, then only we are supposed to fix the mini plate. Okay, and where we are going to place it? We are going to place it at only three regions, that is the symphyseal region, parasymphyseal, body, and the angle of the mandible angle. Now over the symphyseal or the parasymphyseal region, we are going to fix two mini plate fixation over the subapical and the lower border of the mandible, and the rest of the fractures we are going to fix only the one mini plates in the body and the angle. So this is all about the Champys lines or the Champys ideal line of osteosynthesis. So if you like the video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and that's all the gift that we are going to do. Okay, thank you.